Hello, my name is Calvin Doan, and this is a video project I made for my Study of Deviance class. For this assignment, I was to pick out a theory given to us from the assigned textbook that we really enjoyed reading and learning about. With the picked topic, we are to discuss what it is, who the author and or authors were, and a brief history on the subject matter. The theory topic that I chose is one that pertains to the normality and prevalence of violence in today's less fortunate subcultures. It is called the subculture of violence theory, and it was given to us by Marvin Wolfgang in 1958. He used data sampled from the time to draw upon conclusions that the less fortunate people in the social triangle, the more they were deeply immersed within a subculture and using violence to mitigate and solve regular problems they were tasked with handling on a daily basis. Wolfgang states to us that due to the high rates of murder and less homicide in less fortunate areas, a trickle-down effect is observable in the use of violence becomes prevalent. They are more likely to use violence as a mean, a mode, and a model to guide their lives upon, and to rationalize it as not as a boost of ego, but rather as a tool for self-defense and survival. The reason that the subculture violence has the ability to saturate itself into these societies so deeply is in fact because of the misperception of the violence being a tool for survival. The reason that people in higher social standings do not resort to violence is because of the taboo and or deviance-based conditions that they're being put through from birth instills a feeling of guilt. People are taught that resorting to violence is never the answer and or should be only used as a last resort and are punished accordingly when disobeyed. The reasons that I thoroughly enjoyed reading about this interesting short theory in the textbook is that it immediately after it is presented to its readers, a counter-argument follows. The counterpoint states that people that are committing the acts of violence do not praise or put high value upon violent transgressions. The more recent studies show that the people that have committed these transgressions actually do not feel any differently towards the subject matter and actions of violence than the nonviolent counterparts they have. What seems to be the bit of information that really stands out in the counterpart is that the high rates of murder and homicide are not the actual cause of subculture of violence that is prevalent with the poor, but is actually the terrible conditions that they have to live and deal with every day. It is mostly a casual reaction to the poverty-stricken lives that they have to go through dealing with. If the subculture of violence was negated or curbed at all, it needs to be within the social pyramid that stands in the United States. If we could help make the impoverished conditions that these people here have to deal with, we could legitimately make a dent in the rate of violence and violent crimes that are reported here yearly. Thanks for taking time to watch this video. Have a great day.